Greetings, football fans. In today's video, I bring you a lot of fresh updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Could the Philadelphia team be considering a trade for a defensive lineman from Pittsburgh? That's an intriguing topic we're about to dive into right now. I hope everyone had a great weekend and that this new week is off to a promising start, especially with the NFL draft fast approaching. Today, we'll take a break from draft talk to focus on the situation surrounding a defensive lineman in Pittsburgh, who is reportedly being eyed as a top target by Philadelphia. There's been a significant amount of information surfacing from sources close to the organization regarding the player's current status and his future with the Steelers. Reports indicate that the player is unhappy with his current situation and is seeking a new contract. This speculation gained momentum after he posted a photo on social media. No caption, just an image of him in his team uniform making a gesture that could be interpreted as a farewell, almost like he was saying goodbye to Pittsburgh. In addition, a journalist who previously covered the team but now works with another outlet commented on the matter. This source, known for his credibility and connections, mentioned something quite relevant on social media. After speaking with some people, he suggested we keep a close eye on the player's contract situation in the coming days, as the image might carry deeper meaning. He believes a new deal could still be reached, although the final value may be higher than initially expected. Looking closely, it doesn't seem like the image was just a coincidence. A contract extension still appears to be on the table, but the financial aspects could be slightly more expensive than anticipated. That financial angle is undoubtedly central to the ongoing negotiations. At the same time, the buzz on social media and various insider comments have sparked fresh rumors from Pittsburgh all the way to the city of brotherly love. Recently, while traveling to New Orleans for a special occasion, I mentioned that Philadelphia is being considered as a possible landing spot. There's one team currently seen as the favorite, followed by a West Coast team, and then Philadelphia with strong odds of landing him. All of these franchises make sense. They either have an urgent need or the financial flexibility to sign him and offer a substantial extension. Now, let's take a closer look at why a move to Philadelphia would make a lot of sense. A source recently mentioned that as the draft draws near, we should watch for a potential trade by the Eagles involving a veteran player. This would align perfectly with the strategy of their general manager. Just a few weeks ago, during the NFL owners' meeting, he stated that the team-building process was far from over and that the talent acquisition season had just begun. Considering Philadelphia's draft strategy over the next 2 years, this GM is known for his mastery in cap management. He stockpiled multiple draft picks since 2021, many within the first 4 rounds. That means the Eagles are well-positioned with valuable capital they could use in a deal for a high-caliber player. In a recent conference, he reiterated his commitment to strengthening both the offensive and defensive lines. Trading for this player would represent a major upgrade to the roster. During the NFL Combine, there was discussion about using premium draft picks to acquire a standout veteran. Emphasis was placed on the importance of improving the trenches, offense and defense alike. A trade for this specific player could fill a key need for the Eagles and signal an aggressive move to capitalize on a potential championship window. However, such a move wouldn't come without challenges. The player is expected to demand a hefty extension after the trade, which means the deal would not only cost draft capital, but also a significant financial investment. We're talking about one of the top defensive players in the league, entering his 30s but still playing at an elite level. This entire situation is unfolding within a market that's seeing rising values for defensive linemen, particularly after a recent contract extension that shook up the landscape. As the player explores his options, he's made it clear he wants to join a team with a real shot at winning. The response from his current organization was an offer that would be historic for a defensive player, stirring quite a bit of reaction across the league. Other top players also saw their contracts adjusted recently, pointing to a growing salary trend at the position. The gap between the elite and the rest is becoming more apparent, with some defenders hitting unprecedented salary marks. That brings us to the big question: what is this player's true market value? A trade would require giving up valuable picks and offering a substantial new deal. So it's worth asking, is this deal viable for the team? What would the consequences be? This leads us into a broader conversation about the franchise's long-term vision and what steps it must take to secure its future. There's more to explore, and we'll keep the conversation going in upcoming videos. But for now, let's briefly touch on another topic. When it comes to last-minute tickets, the lowest price is guaranteed. Make sure to download the app, create an account, and use a code to get a discount on your first purchase. Back to football, Philadelphia's off-season decisions, including parting ways with certain players, suggest a strong belief in the young talent on defense. One player, in particular, has inspired confidence after a standout playoff and Super Bowl performance. Another defender, who made major statistical stride from one year to the next, earned praise for maintaining high-level play even in tough conditions. There's also clear trust in a third defender, whose numbers closely resemble those of a recently signed player from another team. The front office has brought in new names on affordable contracts, guys that could become valuable pieces down the line. But if a chance emerges to sign a star player, the team must assess the cost and negotiate the terms of a new extension carefully. In a recent event, when asked about possible trades involving players from other franchises, the GM said he couldn't comment due to league rules. Still, he emphasized that they're always exploring ways to improve the roster and have interest in high-impact players. If an elite talent becomes available, you can bet they'll reach out to see what it would take. That explains the buzz surrounding the franchise. They're widely seen as a serious contender in trade talks. People around the league know that Philly's front office is always looking for aggressive ways to bring in top talent. There's real interest in potential moves, and the Eagles are clearly willing to invest in quality players to build a championship-caliber team. In recent meetings, the organization began shifting its focus toward securing a third Super Bowl title. Strengthening the pass defense is now a major concern. The current edge rusher situation involves players who still need to prove themselves. There are questions about depth and which backups will step up. One promising player is still early in his career, while another has performed well but struggled with injuries. Bringing in a top-tier edge rusher would allow everyone to settle into defined roles, maximize playing time, and significantly boost the pass rush. The effectiveness of the defensive line will depend largely on the scheme. One rising player is expected to have a breakout year, while another showed steady improvement last season. Now it's time to see if he can take that next big leap. Adding a premier defensive lineman could elevate this team to new heights. In the past, success was often tied to their ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks, something this player excels at. Despite playing in a limited number of games last season, he proved dependable when healthy and posted impressive numbers. In 2024, he tallied 19 tackles for loss, 11.5 sacks, 27 quarterback pressures, and 6 forced fumbles. He has a knack for dislodging the ball from opponents. His 2023 stats were just as impressive: 19 tackles for loss, 19 sacks, 36 pressures, and 4 forced fumbles. A memorable moment came when he stripped the ball from a quarterback in a key matchup last year. Back in 2021, before an injury-riddled 2022, he posted 22.5 sacks, 21 tackles for loss, 39 QB pressures, and 5 forced fumbles. His numbers speak for themselves. Pro Football Focus gave him a 92.2 overall grade last season, ranking third out of 211 edge rushers. His 90.1 pass rush grade was 6th best, and his 91.4 run defense grade was the highest in the league among edge defenders. Although his pressure total dropped slightly to 53, he still ranked 23rd in the NFL and notched 11 sacks. A sports blog recently explored the possibility of a trade, noting that while it would be a tough move, it would make sense if the team isn't contending by the 2025 trade deadline. One franchise has a young and inexperienced edge rusher group and might see this veteran as the missing piece for another Super Bowl run. Talks about a serious offer to secure this player's services are gaining momentum. While a trade might not happen this offseason, it could develop during the season if no extension is reached. There are several ways this could unfold: on draft night, during training camp, preseason, or even mid-season. The possibilities remain open, making this an exciting story to follow. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. What if I told you the Philadelphia Eagles are cooking up something that could shake the entire NFC East to its core? Rumors are swirling that Baker Mayfield, yes, that Baker Mayfield, might be on his way to the city of brotherly love. Just weeks after reasserting himself as one of the NFL's most resilient quarterbacks with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the chatter around a potential blockbuster trade has Eagles fans and analysts alike scrambling for answers. Is this just smoke, or is there real fire behind Philly's interest in one of the league's most polarizing passers? Mayfield, who turned 30 this April, has had one of the most roller coaster careers in recent memory. From his meteoric rise at Oklahoma, where he made history as the first walk-on to win the Heisman Trophy, to his stunning turnaround with the Browns in 2020, Baker's career has never lacked drama. His 2024 campaign in Tampa, especially, reminded everyone why he was taken first overall in the 2018 draft. Multiple 300-yard games, back-to-back comeback drives, and a season full of grit had many believing he had found his long-term home in Florida. So why would the Eagles be circling now? Philadelphia's own quarterback situation has drawn scrutiny after an up-and-down 2024 season. While Jalen Hurts remains the undisputed starter, sources close to the organization suggest the front office is looking to bolster the QB room with an experienced, fiery competitor who can both push Hurts and step in if needed. And few fit that mold better than Mayfield, whose leadership and late-season heroics in Tampa didn't go unnoticed. Behind closed doors, some believe the Eagles see Baker as insurance, or possibly something more, should their current trajectory not pan out. Financially, things get tricky. Mayfield recently signed a 3-year, $100 million extension with the Bucs, $50 million of it guaranteed. Any trade would likely require serious salary maneuvering or a creative restructuring deal, possibly involving draft picks or player swaps. But this is Howie Roseman we're talking about, a GM known for pulling off bold, unexpected moves. With the draft approaching and the offseason heating up, the timing feels eerily strategic. If Tampa is reconsidering its direction after an up-and-down year, and Philly is quietly getting aggressive, then the stars just might be aligning. If there's one thing that's followed Baker Mayfield throughout his football journey, it's his unwavering fire. From walking on at Texas Tech to battling through injuries and roster changes in the NFL, Mayfield has built a reputation as a quarterback who thrives when the odds are stacked against him. His fiery demeanor, vocal leadership, and refusal to back down have earned him both criticism and respect, but no one can deny the effect he has on a locker room. For a Philadelphia Eagles squad that thrives on identity, toughness, and resilience, Baker's edge could be exactly what they need to reignite their championship aspirations. Beyond the bravado and the signature headband swagger, there's a fierce competitor who knows how to rally his teammates and elevate his game in crucial moments. In Tampa Bay, he proved he could adapt quickly, master a new system, and put points on the board, even when surrounded by injuries and inconsistencies. His late-season stretch, leading clutch drives against elite defenses, showed poise and maturity that were often missing in earlier stops in his career. This version of Mayfield isn't just flashy, he's battle-tested. And in a city like Philadelphia, where passion runs deep and expectations are sky-high, that kind of mental fortitude is worth its weight in gold. The Eagles already possess a wealth of talent across the board, from A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith out wide, to a dominant offensive line and a defense that can wreak havoc when firing on all cylinders. Mayfield wouldn't need to carry the team on his back. Instead, he could serve as a high-level backup with starter-caliber talent, capable of stepping in without missing a beat. And if called upon in high-stakes moments, whether due to injury or tactical adjustments, Baker has the playoff experience, arm talent, and sheer confidence to deliver. His presence alone would raise the standard of competition in the QB room and add another layer of grit to an already tough roster. Ultimately, what Baker Mayfield brings to the table isn't just skill, but attitude. He embodies the kind of relentless, no-nonsense approach that Philly fans respect, a grinder who fights for every yard and never shies away from the spotlight. He's not afraid to speak up, take hits, or shoulder blame, and that kind of accountability could resonate in a locker room still searching for its next big leap. Whether he ends up starting games or simply pushing the team from within, Mayfield's impact could prove to be one of the most underrated moves of the offseason. The kind of addition that doesn't just make headlines, but wins rings. Until something official breaks, it's all speculation, but the kind that keeps NFL fans hitting refresh. Could we really see Baker Mayfield in midnight green, swaggering in a Lincoln Financial Field with that trademark chip on his shoulder? Stranger things have happened in this league. For now, one thing's clear. The Eagles aren't standing still this offseason, and Baker's name is officially back in the mix. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.